You know that feeling, right? You pour your heart and soul into crafting the perfect proposal, only to be met with total silence. Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. We're about to completely reframe how you think about this whole process. Because here's the secret. A winning proposal isn't just written, it's architected. And today, I'm handing you the blueprint. Let's dive in.
We're going to move through 5 key stages. We'll start in a place you might know all too well, the proposal graveyard. Then, we'll lay a rock-solid foundation, design a winning blueprint, fill it with words that actually get results, and finally, master what happens after you click send. Think of this as a roadmap from frustration to a win.
All right, let's start with part 1, the proposal graveyard. And this is all about facing a problem that I think every single one of us has had. You pour in hours, maybe days of your best work, and it just vanishes. Gone without a trace. Seriously, does this feel familiar? You build what you think is this amazing, compelling document, you hit send feeling so optimistic, and then nothing. Just crickets. It's incredibly demoralizing. But trust me, you are definitely not alone in feeling this way.
Yep, this place has a name. The proposal graveyard. It's where all that hard work and all those good intentions go when a proposal just fails to connect. But the good news? There's a way out. And that escape route starts way before you even think about opening a blank document.
So how do we stay out of that graveyard for good? It all begins right here, in part 2, laying the foundation. I mean, think about it. An architect would never, ever dream of building without doing site surveys and deep planning first. You shouldn't either. This is where you actually win the project.
And this is where the magic really happens, because it shifts the focus from writing to pure strategy. First, you've got to do deep dive research. Don't just look at their request. Understand their whole business. What are their biggest challenges? Who are their competitors? Second, you have to diagnose the real problem. A client might ask for a new website, right? But their real problem is that their sales leads are drying up. You need to address that. And finally, define your win theme. This is that one powerful core idea that you're going to weave through the whole proposal, the thing that makes you the only logical choice.
Okay, so our foundation is solid. Now we can move on to part 3, your winning blueprint. This is where we start thinking about the document itself, but we're going to structure it in a way that's completely different. It's going to be all about the client, and it's designed to grab their attention right away. And the most critical piece of this blueprint is the executive summary. So many people get this completely wrong. It is not a summary of your services or how great your company is. No. Think of it more like a one-page mirror that you hold up to the client. It reflects their problem, it shows your solution as the hero of the story, and it paints this super clear picture of the amazing results they're going to get. Honestly, it should be the only page they need to read to say yes.
And this table just illustrates the shift perfectly. Look at the column on the left. That's the old-school, self-focused proposal. It starts with About Us. Nobody cares. Now, look at the right. The client-centric way starts with understanding your core problem. Instead of our services, it's our proposed solution. And it's not just pricing, it's your investment and expected ROI. See? Every single section is reframed around them. That immediately tells them you get it. You're in their world.
All right. We've got our foundation and we've got our blueprint. Now, in part 4, it's time to put in the finishing touches, the right materials, if you will. We need to write words that win. And that means moving away from talking about dry features to talking about compelling, can't live without them, benefits.
This is such a critical distinction to make. A feature is what something is. We use a proprietary XYZ algorithm. Okay, so what? A benefit is what it does for the client. You get 30% faster results. Ah, now I'm listening. You have to constantly be answering their unspoken question, what's in it for me?
And finally, we're at the step that almost everyone seems to forget. Part 5, beyond clicking send. Look, this submission is not the end of the line. It's really the start of the next phase. And how you handle this handover says absolutely everything about your professionalism. Your job is not done when you hit that send button. Follow this pro checklist. Immediately send a quick confirmation email. Then, and this is key, don't just wait for them to call. Propose a specific time for a follow-up call yourself. This is how you turn a monologue into a dialogue. You are actively guiding them to the next step. You're not being pushy, you're being a professional.
And that really just brings us right back to the central idea of this whole thing. Let's let this sink in for a moment. A winning proposal isn't about selling you. It's a blueprint that proves to the client you truly understand where they want to go and you have a credible plan to get them there.
So, what are the big takeaways from our blueprint today? Number 1, win before you write. That upfront strategy and research, that's 90% of the job. Number 2, build your proposal around their success, not your company's bio. And number 3, always translate your features into their tangible benefits.
So, the next time you sit down to create a proposal, I want you to remember this. You're not just writing another document that's going to get filed away in the graveyard. You are architecting the beginning of a valuable conversation. So the only question left is,